Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, innies, outies, and in betweeners, I do hope you're all well. So it seems that defending your rights is now classed as utterly ridiculous. Greater Manchester Police used this term to describe those people who have a sturdy backbone, those who attended the anti-lockdown protest in Manchester city centre on the 8th of November. But are they calling them utterly ridiculous because of the protest itself, or because it meant that Greater Manchester Police had to work a little bit harder? Chief Constable Ian Hopkins has condemned the gathering, which took place despite government orders to stay at home in a bid to curb the spread of coronavirus, which could impact a second wave. However, he and other officials are failing to explain that in practically every disease or viral outbreak, the second wave is always far lower than the first, as the first would have taken the lives of the majority of people who were susceptible to being affected worst. Of course, we don't want to hear of anyone dying, but the cruel nature of existence is that it has to end at some point, regardless to when we want it to happen. Chief Constable Ian Hopkins described the event as utterly ridiculous behaviour from the organisers and the protesters, deliberately breaking the law and putting our communities at risk. And this is coming from a man who's happy to allow his staff to do just the same. But of course, they're all in the same gang and will always defend their own actions while lambasting others for theirs. Senior police have promised the organiser will receive a £10,000 fine for the protest, which personally I'd suggest he or she appeals to court, especially as Article 5, 9, 10 and 12 of the Bill of Rights 1688 protects them from the actions taken. Assistant Chief Constable Mabs Hussain said officers tried to engage with the organisers and attendees, but their advice was ignored. 4 people were arrested on suspicion of public order offences, and police were said to have issued 24 fixed penalty notices of £200 each. Again, illegal fines. Assistant Chief Constable Hussain said there were more than 600 people in attendance at the peak of the gathering. Isn't it a shame more people aren't as worried about their rights as the 600 or so who did attend? Mabs then said, "I would like to use this opportunity to publicly condemn this gathering. Both the organisers and attendees were irresponsible, increasing demand on police who are also responding to calls regarding serious incidents and people who are in immediate danger across Greater Manchester." So it's condemnation against people who are simply exercising their rights. It doesn't matter whether a police constable, or in this case an assistant chief constable, doesn't like you exercising your rights and trying to make readers of the tabloids turn against you too. You have every right to petition those imposing unlawful and unjust restrictions upon you. Assistant Chief Constable Mabs also decided to grass up a coach company for transporting attendees, showing just how low the police will stoop in a time when we need to be fighting harder for the protection of our rights. Some people at the event brandished placards saying, "Fear is the currency of control," and "Unite for freedom." And with the police using fear to control, there is no better time to unite for freedom, especially when the police and the tabloid trash say things such as, around 50 officers were initially sent to deal with the incident before officers from every division in Greater Manchester were scrambled to disperse the crowd. Scrambled? I can imagine it now, the alarm in every police station in the area going off, police rushing out in single file, grabbing their batons from the weapons rack before they pile into their meat wagons and speed to the gathering, blues and twos on full power. It's amazing the things these people will say to justify their actions.